In the world of aviation, there is no aircraft more powerful, more iconic, and more symbolic than this one. It's not just a plane, it's a fortress, a command center, and a symbol of the most powerful office on Earth. It is the Flying White House. It is the aircraft known by a single call sign: Air Force One. Today, on Armory Unveiled, we take you inside the history, the technology, the secrets, and the untold stories of the world's most famous aircraft. The story begins in the 1940s. Before World War II, American presidents traveled like ordinary citizens, by train or commercial airliner. But as aviation advanced, so did the risks. In 1943, President Franklin D. Roosevelt became the first sitting U.S. president to fly while in office. His aircraft? A modified Boeing 314 Clipper flying boat. The world had changed. America needed to protect its commander-in-chief in the skies. By 1945, the military prepared a custom aircraft, the Douglas C-54 Skymaster, nicknamed the Sacred Cow. It was fitted with bulletproof glass, a secure communication system, and even a retractable elevator for Roosevelt's wheelchair. This was the first true Air Force One. But it was under President Eisenhower that the aircraft became a true presidential fleet. He used the Lockheed Constellation, known as Columbine II, the first plane to officially use the now legendary call sign Air Force One, ensuring no flight confusion with commercial aircraft. The dawn of the jet age brought new speed and power to presidential travel. In 1962, under President John F. Kennedy, the White House introduced a jet that would become a Cold War icon, the Boeing 707, specially modified into the VC-137C. Its exterior was redesigned by Raymond Loewy, the father of industrial design. The now familiar blue and white livery with the words United States of America across its fuselage became a symbol recognized worldwide. From then on, whenever Air Force One landed, it wasn't just the president arriving, it was America itself. This jet carried Kennedy to Dallas on November 22, 1963. Hours later, following his assassination, Lyndon Johnson took the oath of office aboard Air Force One, standing next to a grieving Jackie Kennedy. The image became one of the most powerful photographs in American history. From Nixon to Reagan, the Boeing 707s defined presidential travel for nearly 30 decades. By the 1980s, the world was changing, and so were the demands of the presidency. The U.S. needed an aircraft that could fly farther, faster, and safer than ever before. Enter the Boeing 747-200B. Commissioned under President Ronald Reagan and delivered in 1990 during George H.W. Bush's presidency, the two aircraft, designated VC-25A, remain the current Air Force One fleet. Stretching over 231 feet long and standing taller than a six-story building, the VC-25A is more than just a jumbo jet. It is a mobile command center, a communications hub, and a secure fortress in the sky. Inside, the plane houses a presidential suite with office, bedroom, and lavatory, a conference room for secure meetings, a medical operating room fully equipped for emergencies, kitchen facilities capable of serving over 100 meals at once, and state-of-the-art communications, allowing the president to run the country while airborne. With in-flight refueling, Air Force One can remain in the air indefinitely. In theory, it could stay airborne throughout a global crisis. This is not just luxury, it is survival. Much of Air Force One remains classified. The aircraft is protected against electromagnetic pulses from nuclear explosions. Its wiring and electronics are hardened to keep systems functional in the worst-case scenario. Countermeasures like flares to evade heat-seeking missiles, advanced radar jamming systems, and secure satellite links
make the plane nearly untouchable. The airframe itself is constantly updated, ensuring no adversary can predict its defenses. While some features are public knowledge, many remain top secret, known only to select Air Force and Secret Service personnel. Even its call sign holds a unique power. Air Force One is not the name of a plane. It is the designation given to any Air Force aircraft carrying the President of the United States. The VC-25A is simply the most famous. Air Force One is more than a presidential ride. It is a diplomatic weapon. When it lands on foreign soil, it projects authority, prestige, and American power. From summit meetings in Europe to surprise visits to war zones in Iraq and Afghanistan, Air Force One serves as a flying symbol of U.S. reach. It has been the stage for some of history's most dramatic moments. Nixon's farewell flight in 1974, George W. Bush's sudden trip to Baghdad in 2003 under a cloak of secrecy, Barack Obama's visit to Havana in 2016, the first by a U.S. president to Cuba in 88 years. Each flight carries with it not just the president, but the weight of American history. But time, however, never stands still. The current VC-25A fleet, though iconic, is over 30 years old. The next generation is on the horizon, the VC-25B, based on the Boeing 747 Intercontinental. These aircraft promise greater range, fuel efficiency, and modern defenses. Currently undergoing modification, the VC-25B will replace the existing fleet in the coming years, carrying forward the legacy of Air Force One into the mid-21st century. But one thing will not change: the instantly recognizable blue and white livery that tells the world America has arrived. Air Force One is not a plane. It is a flying White House, a beacon of power, and a symbol of American leadership. It represents safety, continuity, and the enduring presence of the presidency, no matter where in the world it flies. When the wheels touch down, nations watch. When the steps lower, history often follows. From the humble beginnings of a modified Skymaster to the towering might of the Boeing 747, Air Force One has become more than transportation. It is a stage, a fortress, and a symbol. It carries not just one man, but the office he holds and the nation he represents. This is Air Force One, the most famous plane in the world. Thank you for watching Armory Unveiled. If you enjoyed this journey into the skies with Air Force One, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the machines that shape our world.